So in today's video, while repotting my plant, I am gonna talk about this plant and what is the proper way to repot any of your house plants. So let's start this video. So the plant you are looking at is a variety of philodendron, and this plant name is Philodendron solemn. This is the green version of Philodendron solemn. Also a golden version, or you can say yellow version, is also available. So when I first time purchased this plant was very popular and also a rare kind of indoor plant, but now this plant is very much available in market. Talking about this plant, so this plant was not in the philodendrons anymore. So after 2018, this plant has been named or reclassified into a new genus known as Thiometophyllum, and now this plant is the common name of this plant is wonder leaf. So basically this is an evergreen plant and you can easily grow this plant in your indoors, and this plant doesn't need that much care, and this plant is very easy to handle. So as a beginner's friendly plant, I will recommend you to buy this plant. So I have this plant for almost 1.5 years now, and as you can see that really this plant needs some repotting and also some fresh soil, and also the roots have been coming out of the pot. So really this is the right time to repot your plant. But before repotting your plant, let me tell you some points. The first point is, before repotting your plant, don't water your plant so that the soil can be easily come out of the roots. And if you have recently purchased any of your indoor plants, so I will recommend you to that after getting this plant or receiving any kind of indoor plants, do not disturb the roots and do not rush to change the pot. Let the plant sit for at least 10 to 15 days. After that, repot your plant so that the plant can accumulate in your home very well. But if you have purchased a plant which is already in a well settled pot, so don't rush to change the pot very often. If you see that the roots are coming off out of the pot, so change the pot after 10 to 15 days. So now let's talk about this plant. So as we have already told you, this is a very easy to grow, and this plant is also known for its air purifying qualities as well, because this plant has been shown to remove formaldehyde from your indoors. First important thing while growing this plant is to give this plant a rich and well drained soil mixture, and also the size of the pot is totally depend on the root system. Talking about the soil mixture that I have used for this plant is the mixture of cocoa-peat, perlite, river sand, which is the standard mix that I have often used for my plants. So this time I also use the old soil mixture as well as high amount of vermicompost, because this plant really loves high amount of fertilization. So you can see that my plant was in a very small pot, and I have been shifted this plant to 2 to 3 times larger pot, because the root system is very big in size in comparison of the previous one, and in 1.5 year the root system has been grown very densely. So that's why I have to repot it in a bigger 2 to 3 size bigger than the previous one. Talking about the watering, that totally depends on where you put your plant. So specifically this kind of foliage indoor plants loves bright indirect sunlight, but never put your this plant specifically in direct sunlight, because that will eventually cause leaf burns. So the next point is watering, and it's totally depend on what kind of soil mixture you have used and in what lighting condition you have placed your plant. So talking about the watering, so this is a tropical plant, and this plant needs regular watering, specifically during daytime or dry conditions. And whenever you feel that the top layer of the soil is dried out, so in that condition your plant needs really very well drained soil mixture and watering. So here is a quick tip from my side. So if you have overwatered your plant, mostly overwatering is the main cause of dying your indoor plants. So from saving your plants from overwatering is to put your pot in a container filled with water. So let the pot sit in that container which is filled with water for at least 3 to 4 hours. So this is the best way to water your plant. So this plant is a very easy to grow house plant, but if you have got any kind of pest problem, so that could be easily resolved by using neem oil and easily cleaning the leaves time to time. You must have been wondering that when should I repot my philodendron solum. So this so talking about this, so as long as you don't mind any additional growth on your tree, repotting it every few years into a slightly larger container will help your plant to grow in a better way. So if you are happy with your philodendron size and if you see that there is hardly no roots are coming out of its spots, so in that condition you don't have to repot your plant. So basically this is a tropical plant, so this plant really loves high level of humidity. So the next thing is, how can you be sure that your philodendron solum is getting enough amount of moisture? So if you see that your leaves are getting dried out and also there is some brown edges, so that could be cause of low level of humidity. So from saving your plant from low level of humidity, you can mist your plant time to time, specifically in these dry days. So mist your plant, and also you can use pebble tray. So friends, that's all for today's video. If you have got any kind of query regarding any house plant, please comment down below in the comment section. Also please do subscribe to my channel because that means a lot to me. Also you can follow me on Instagram, and I also have got a Facebook page. So friends, see you in my next videos. Bye.